Dang, I'm hungry. I legit just pressed record and I'm hungry. I'm just gonna have to eat during this video. I'll be right back. I gotta get something to eat. I'm a fat girl, okay? I decided to make chicken, so I have to wait for it to finish in the oven. I'm hungry. Anyway, let me get into this video. What is this video going to be about? I was thinking about doing a story time. I don't have anything else to do. I mean, it's no need to be a vlog. I'm not going anywhere. I'm never going anywhere. My hair will not cooperate. As you can see, I am learning how to do my hair still, because my hair does not like to do what I tell it to do, as you can see. But it's alright. It's alright. We're going to be alright. We're going to be alright. Dang, I'm hungry. Sorry. Yeah. So, story time. What story do I want to tell? I don't even know what story I want to tell. See, this is what happens when you don't think and you just turn the camera on. Like, first I'm hungry, now I don't even know what I'm trying to talk about. Let me think. What story do I want to tell today? Got it. Okay. I'm going to tell a story about my first fight in school. Yeah, that was a whole thing. Someone just messaged me. I know! Hold on. Let me answer him back real quick, okay? You know what? I'm gonna make him wait just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Sorry. First fight. Yes. Hopefully my food doesn't go off before I can finish at least a little bit of this. So yeah, first fight. So my first ever real fight was when I was in 3rd grade. I went to a private school, a Christian private school at that. Whatever. And what happened? I remember it was on the bus. That's the first thing. So first off, background. So the school I went to was very small, predominantly black private school. And so there were about like 8 of us in the 3rd grade, I think. Yeah, I think it was only like 8, like in the entire 3rd grade. Literally, there was probably like 8 or 10 of us, like whatever. So it's like, those are the people who you gonna be friends with. So that was like all the choice you had. And me being who I am, because I've been a bigger girl my whole life. I've been ugly my whole life. So I always got, sometimes I would get picked on by certain people. And then, of course, the people who were my friends wanted to hang out with those people who were picking on me. So they ended up picking on me as well. Or ended up just not talking to me and ignoring me. But that's besides the point. This is not a bullying story. This is the fight story. But anyway, in 8th grade, I remember... 8th grade. 3rd grade, I remember... I said 8th grade because the girl who I fought, if you could call it a fight, even anyway, I think she was supposed to be in like 8th grade. Or 7th. How old was she? Okay, so she was 12 in the 3rd grade. So yeah. And I was 7, 8. How old are 3rd graders? Whatever. I was like 7, 8. Yeah, 6. No, 7. Definitely 7. Definitely like 7 or 8. So, and she was like 12 or 13 in the 3rd grade. And so, I remember we were, everybody wanted to like be around her all the time, because like, even though like people would sometimes, like the older kids, the high schoolers at that place would pick on her, because of course she's failed so many times. But like the kids in my grade, or maybe like in the 4th grade, and of course the ones in 2nd and 1st grade, like thought she was like the coolest thing ever for some reason. So yeah, But anyway, to the story now. So we were on the bus. We only had one bus. And the school was located about 30-40 minutes away from my home. And so like everyone had to be on that one bus. Given it wasn't a lot of people, but it was like I would have to travel a long way before I could get home, because of course they do the people who live closest to further out. But yeah, we were on the bus, and our bus driver used to sell snacks. And so I remember it was a Friday. I remember that. It was a Friday, and the 12-year-old third grader asked me if I could buy her a ring pop. I remember that. And I was like, sure, whatever, I was always like a nice giving person. And of course, because everybody else wanted to be around her, nobody wanted to be around me, I wanted to be around her as well. Stupid Maya. But anyway, so she asked me for a ring pop, and I was like, sure, I'll get you one. I mean, it was only like 25 cents. So I was like, it's whatever. It's whatever. So I was going to buy her a ring pop, and then like this little boy who I always talk to, because I always liked children, even though I was a child myself, and like he was either in first grade or like the K5 thing, whatever, and I was talking to him. Like the little kids loved me in school. I mean, they liked her too, but they loved me, and he was just so adorable, and he was like, I wish I could have a ring pop. I was like, you know what? This is my last quarter, but I got you. I couldn't resist. He was just adorable. So I went and bought the ring pop, and I told the 12-year-old third grader that I was like, hey, listen, I'll get you one maybe Monday, when we come back. Because, I mean, the bus driver always got snacks. She always selling snacks. She ain't going to stop. So I was like, I'll get you on Monday. But right now, I'm going to give this one to this little boy. And she just got upset. Like, she was so mad. She was like, but you promised you was going to give me one. I'm like, I know. And I'm promising you that I will give it to you on Monday instead of today. And she did not like that answer. So she started calling me names. Of course, just picking on the fact that I'm fat. I'm like, okay, yeah. Well, no, when I was younger, if somebody called me fat, it would offend me. Today, I call myself fat. Everybody calls me fat. Like, and I don't give a freak. So, of course, she would just pick on me for being fat, for being ugly. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I would like say names back at her because, of course, her being 12 and 13 years old, she had pimples on her face, so I came for that. She had a lot of pimples on her face now that I think about it. But that is besides the point, Maya. But anyway, so we exchanged, like, horrible sayings back and forth for probably it felt like forever, but it was probably only like 2 or 3 minutes that we did that. And the thing is, she was sitting in the front of the bus, and I sat in the back of the bus because of assigned seat. What, did we have assigned seats? I think so. I think we were told to sit certain places. So I think she was told to sit in the front, definitely, because of her age too, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, but so she would say something and it would be passed down each row. Like we were probably like 6-7 rows of seats apart, and we would just pass back and forth like insults. And I'm just like, now I think about it, I'm like, that was so stupid and childish of me. Like, why did I even engage in that activity? Like, come on, she's 12, 13 in the third grade. What, like, why? I don't even need to address anything. But of course, when I was a child, I thought as a child, right? So after we exchanged, she was like, well, do you want me to come back there? Me being stupid said yes. I said yes. Why? Why, Lord? Why? But I said, yeah, sure, you can come back here if you want to. And so she proceeded to come to the back. Our bus driver didn't say anything. Nothing at all. So she came to the back and she sat on the seat across from me. I remember I was sitting by my cousin. He was sitting right next to me. We were sitting on the same seat. We didn't get dropped off though at the same place, but yeah, we were sitting right next to each other back when he went with me to school, before he left and went back to New York. But yeah, and then she went and sat on the seat on the other side. I remember exactly where I was sitting. And she started throwing more insults at me or whatever, and she was like, what did she do? Well, first when she came back, she like pushed me a little bit, and then she was like, you know, hit me. And I was like, huh? She was like, hit me. I was just like, what? Like, me being a kid, I was like so dumb. So I didn't hit her, but I hit her. So I literally imagine a 7-year-old, like, nice person trying, like, hitting you. It's literally the softest tap. I was like so scared to like actually hit her, just because I just know from when I was a kid, I have the worst anger issues, but I do not like taking it out on people. Ooh, it's food! Sorry, I'll be back. Whew. Okay, I have to wait for my food to cool now. So, where was I at in the story? Oh, the hitting part. Wait, I ain't answered this boy yet. Let me answer. Okay. Back to the story. The hitting, right? So, I didn't hit her, but I hit her. So, I like just tapped her, like literally, just like that. Like, okay, maybe I tried a little force, but not really. I remember. I just probably did like that. And she like pushed me with so much force. Like, okay, for one, this girl was like super duper skinny, like Slim Jim skinny. Okay, so I didn't expect her to have, even though she was older, I still didn't expect her to have too much power. But she did, and she was so serious about this fight. So she pushed me, and I kind of jolted back. I was like, ooh, she got some power to her, ain't it? And so then I was like, okay. And I like hit her like that again. And she pushed me again harder and was like, don't hit me. And I'm like, but you said to hit you. Like, isn't this how this works? Like, and so she pushed me, and I was like about to say something. I don't even remember what I was going to say. And then she just proceeded to like hit me like this type of hit, like slap basically. And I started doing this back after she started doing that. And then it got real. Like at first I was like, well, this ain't nothing to me. I didn't really care. I'm like, well, I already gave the ring pop to the little boy. I don't have any more money. I don't know what you want from me. I told you I would get you one Monday, but, and then, so I've worn glasses my whole life. So after we've been doing this, she like, he texted me again. She grabbed my glasses, and I've always been a very like grateful and conscious child. So I knew like, hey, these glasses are expensive. Like my mother paid for them. Like I can't see really great without them. So I was like, okay, chill. Like, chill. I literally stopped doing this. And when she grabbed the glasses from my face and she scratched me, I was like, okay, chill. Just give me back my glasses, bruh. And she was like holding them up from, she was really tall too. Like I know I'm tall, but she was tall, of course, for 12 years old, third grade. Come on. And she was holding them up, and I was like, come on, just give me back my glasses. And then it was like 3 or 4 high schoolers on there. One of them was on her side. I really did not like that boy ever in life. If I saw him right now, I'd probably curse his behind out. Like, I really hated him all through my elementary school career, because that's a thing. But I legit did not like him. Oh, that's a story for another time. But anyway, he was like kind of cheering her on. But then there was another dude there who I love. Like, he has my heart. Like, I loved that guy. Like, I'm not going to say nobody's names because, of course, you know. But I liked him, like, a lot. He was, like, mad cool. Like, me and him literally left that private school at the same time. But that's another story for another time. But he was just like, hey, the one that I like, he was like, hey, just give her back the glasses. And even one of the other ones, I think it was a girl, a high school girl, she was like, just give her the glasses, man. And I was like, chill, just give me my glasses. And she would not give me my glasses. So that's when Crazy Me came out, okay? I went from Maya to Amaya, okay? Maya is nice, cool, calm, collected, sweet. Amaya is someone you do not want to play with, okay? So I went, I turned to my cousin, and I was like, give me my backpack. And he was like, no, I said, give me my lunch bag. I said, give me my lunch bag. He's like, why? I don't know what I was going to do with this, but I had a plastic knife. A plastic knife! What was I going to do with that? And I grabbed it. I was like, he gave it to me, right? And I was like, this is not going to do. So I went in my backpack, and I pulled out 2 pairs of scissors. I'm not violent. I swear I'm not. But I pulled out, not 1, 2 pairs of scissors. 2. 1 for each hand. 1 for each hand, man. And I remember, because we were just getting at her stop. And that's when the bus driver finally wanted to kick in. Like, not even when she grabbed my glasses. It was until after that. The fight in total probably took about 8 minutes, 10, not even 10. I would say 5 to 8 minutes. And like, the bus driver didn't even get involved until a few minutes after the girl had already taken my glasses, and I was like constantly trying to ask her just to give them back. Like, I wasn't hitting her or anything anymore, but she was still pushing me, hitting me, and keeping my glasses from me. And I'm not hitting you. So I was just asking, like, can I please have my glasses back? May I please have my glasses back? And she just would not give them back. So I just went and pulled out the scissors. And I don't remember who or what, like, I just remember suddenly, like, because we were at her stop suddenly, and she got up to leave once I had pulled the scissors out, and she like ran to the front of the bus, and I just remember someone grabbing my left shoulder, and like my cousin grabbing my right. And I just remember like 2 people basically holding me back. Somebody at the front, either somebody at the front or the bus driver got my glasses. And like, at this point I was already crying. I was mad. So everyone was trying to, like, not everyone, but a few people were trying to like calm me down. They were like, okay, put the scissors up. Like, girl, you going crazy. Like, and so, yeah. And then she got off the bus. And yeah, that was the end of that. I got my glasses back. They were a little bit crooked, but not really. When I got to my stop, when I got home, the bus driver I was getting dropped off to my great grandma's house at that time. So she told my great grandma that a girl had bullied me and hit me and stole my glasses and this and that and the other. And that she was going to report her. So yeah, that happened. Yeah, and so after that, that Monday, when we went back to school, I went to school in my hoodie because I just already knew that the teenagers had spread all of that she was going to spread, that she fought and she won. even though none of us really won, because I mean, I pulled out scissors and she ran to the front of the bus. So, but I was like, you know what, it's whatever. I'm like, I just want everybody to leave me alone. So I went to school in a hoodie, in a black hoodie, and I just kept my hood. And I just remember all the high school kids, like, I could hear them, like, saying, like, does she have a black eye? I think one of her eyes are black. I'm like, none of my eyes are black because she didn't punch me or anything, like, in my face, at least. Like, she hit me, like, a few times in these areas, but not my bread and butter, even though no one thinks this is bread and butter because I'm ugly. But it's okay. It be like that sometimes. Anyway, so I went through the day like that, and of course she didn't show up to school though, was the thing. She didn't come to school that Monday. I remember. I don't think she was suspended from school. I knew she was suspended off the bus, but she just did not come to school that Monday. And so they were like, well, did Maya win or did she win? Because the boy who I said was like, I hated, he was spreading around like, I guess that she won or something. Somebody was spreading that around that she won or that like she beat me up or something like that. But I'm like, but I'm here at school and she wasn't suspended from school at least. But so that, I remember that whole day was just weird. And I remember everybody kept asking me like, Maya, what happened? Did you hit her? Like, did you hurt her? Like, and I was just like, I don't think so. Like, I literally just was like, I don't think so. I don't think I did anything bad to her. Like, she stole my glasses. I mean, they were like, she stole your glasses? I was like, yeah. And then I remember it was like, either it was that Tuesday or that Wednesday. I think it was that Tuesday, the day after she came back. And she came back with her mom. And her mom was like, went to the office and complained. It was like, this girl bullied my child. She beat her up and she really hurt her. And my child is now scarred for life. And I remember because I was like called out of class and they were looking like, you mean to tell me this 8-year-old scarred the life of this 12-year-old? The 8-year-old being Maya at that? Ain't no way. Because I was, like I tell y'all, I'm very, very sweet and kind until you make me mad. But they were just like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And there was no way. I didn't do anything. I mean, anyway. So they called me out and they were asking questions or whatever. And they were like, basically like, what was the fight over? I was like, a ring pop. Ring pop. I was like, yeah. I wouldn't buy her a ring pop, and so she got mad, insulted me, and proceeded to take my glasses, bend them, and beat me up. And so they were like, okay. And then she said, well, she hit me first. I said, no, I didn't. So that was a lie, but I was like, I didn't hit her, but I was like, when I did hit her, it was just a tap. They were like, show us how you hit her then. And I was like, you know, like that. They were like, that's what you did? He was like, is that what she did? And she was like, yeah, but she still hit me first. She was like, but no, she tapped you, but you proceeded to push her, take her glasses, and beat up on her. And so, like, I was just there. It was me, the girl, her mom. I'm like, you really brought your mama into this? My mama did not come to that school. Now, wait, was my mama here? My mom might have been deployed or something. My mom's military. But, like, my great-grandma didn't come. Nobody came. It was just like, they knew Maya could fend for herself. I don't need no help. But, I keep clapping a lot. I'm sorry. But, yeah, so they were like, well, it sounds to me that Maya should be the one who's scarred and Maya seems to be fine. And honestly, Maya's people can actually press charges because everyone said that you took her glasses and that she was asking for them back and that you proceeded to bend them. And so they were like, so if you want to file a complaint, we have to get Amaya's, because they call me by my official name, we have to get Amaya's parents involved, or guardians involved in this as well. And just so you know, they can actually, like, sue you or press charges against you, especially because your child is older than her. So your child should know better. And so after that, the mom was like, no, it's all right. Stephanie will be okay. I totally said her name just now, and I should not have. But that's how you know I remember exactly what was said. They were like, she will be okay. Her mom was like, nah, she'll be okay. So that was kind of the end of that. After we finished, everyone was just like, so Maya won. And I'm like, no, none of us won. And of course, the boy I don't like was like, man, she didn't win. She just pulled out scissors. I'm like, yeah, and you about to make me pull them out on your ass next. But that's what's I really hated that boy. Ooh, I hated him. Ooh, I hope I never see him again in my life. Never. But that's my timer going off. Food time, food time. Sorry. But I'm gonna let that keep beeping so I can just end this video. But that was the end of the whole situation. That was my first ever fight. That was really kind of my only ever fight I got into, because like I said, I am a sweetheart. And honestly, if I curse you out or like fight you or anything like that, okay, wait a minute, I can't do it like that. That thing is about to work right now. I should end the video. But I finished cooking. I was hungry. But anyway, outro, right? Yeah. So that's what happened. I'm eating right now. Sorry, somebody just asked me if I've eaten yet. Yeah, right now I'm eating chicken like I always do. That's none of y'all business. Anyway, where was I at? Okay. Anyway, so that was what happened. Like I said before, probably, that was probably the only fight I've ever gotten into, first and only. I mean, I've gotten into plenty of like heated arguments, but physical fights, like real physical fights, haven't really gotten into many of them. A few with my cousins, but I mean, that's your cousin, so it don't really count. Y'all supposed to fight. If you don't fight, are y'all even cousins, is the thing. But I could tell you those stories later, because got a lot of family stories. But yeah, so that is what happened. First ever fight, last ever fight, kind of. 3rd grade, Maya pulling scissors out on people. Like, it's crazy, yo. I was crazy. I'm still crazy, just a little bit. So yeah, let me know what your first fight was, or if you've ever fought anyone before. Definitely tell me if it was in anything lower than 3rd grade, because I'd be interested in hearing that. So yeah, just put that in the comment section below. Make sure to follow, subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's cool too. Please give this video a thumbs up. Share, all that other good stuff that people say. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Sorry, I am so focused on this food. This is not good. Okay. Bye, guys.